Hi, I'm author Bailey Thomas, and if you're a reader, writer, reviewer, content creator, or part of the book community, you're in the right place. And if you're none of these, you're still in the right place, because this YouTube channel is for everyone. I'm just trying to make the world a better place one book, story, or YouTube video at a time. So whether you're here to learn how to write a book, celebrate books, or just have fun, I'm glad you're here. Woohoo! Thank you so much for tuning in today for a very important video, tips and tricks of starting a newsletter, a very important part about being an author because we know we cannot just rely on social media. As we all know, it could go away very quickly. And until they make a DM every single person button, that would be awesome. But we need an email newsletter so we can instantly deliver our feedback, updates, author stories right to our audience and not hope that they just find us on social media and hope that they see the post that day. Because we all know sometimes we just need a break from social media. So today is a very important part of being an author, having a newsletter so that we can reach our audience in a better way. And if you haven't started yet, don't worry because we will get into that. And if you haven't even started being an author yet, that is okay too, because I have digital guides on my website that will teach you how to do it. The exact 7 steps I use of how to publish. I have a checklist on my website, completely free. You can check it out right now. Head over there. You can also get the paid one. Same 7 steps, just the paid one has more examples, more tips. So you can grab either one, grab both. They're both the same 7 steps. And if you're way past that, you can also grab the marketing guide on there, 100 sales in 100 days, the exact strategy I use to conquer that goal in less than 100 days. But the strategy will go through the whole 100 days, and at the end, it'll tell you how many I did sell at the end of the challenge. So grab a guide, grab a snack, grab a comfy place to watch this video because we are getting into building a newsletter today. So for this video, I always love to preface how my videos are going to go so that you're prepared. I'm going to give a piece of advice for how to build a newsletter, and then I'll give you a tip and a trick for each point so that we can really emphasize these steps and give you all the keys that I can to keep moving forward. So subject, advice, and then a tip and a trick. So it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to go through it with you guys. And the first place we will begin, which is why I said it's okay if you haven't started yet, because the first step is start early. Yes, start early. We don't have to wait until we have thousands and thousands of followers to start a newsletter. We're going to start now. So my tip for this one is don't wait until you feel ready. What does ready even mean to start a newsletter? I believe in you. If you needed a sign to feel ready, here you go. But there's no need to wait. We can start a newsletter right now. So that's my tip. Don't wait. We're going to start right now. And the trick for this one is to make sure it's easy to find. So we are going to start this newsletter. We can have 0 followers, and that's okay because we're not waiting until we're ready. We're going to start now. And for the trick of that, we are going to make it easily accessible because we want to make sure that when we do start building our followers and building our audience, they have an easy way to find our newsletter, this amazing newsletter that we're going to deliver our author stories of, because maybe not everyone checks social media. Maybe your followers are following thousands of authors and they can't keep all the information straight, but they're going to subscribe to you because it's super easy. It's in your link. It's easy to find, and we're going to start building our newsletter. So step 1, start early. Okay, my next piece of this advice is make signing up worth it. And the tip for this one is give people a reason to join. And the trick for this one is promote the benefit. So we're going to make signing up worth it. We're actually going to have a benefit there, and then we're going to promote the benefit. So for me, I use MailChimp. I've used MailerLite before. You can use them for your newsletter. And the benefit of my newsletter that I offer are more insights on my story. So I write about my personal dating experience. It inspires my stories. But that's kind of just like the high level that I give the general audience. The people who subscribe to my newsletter get little insights, maybe secret messages, what was true, what was not true. They get early access to coming releases. So I announce my releases maybe a couple months before, but my newsletter subscribers already know that it was coming out, so they can prepare their reading list already. So for you, make signing up worth it. Why would someone want to sign up for your newsletter? So you can offer bonus chapters. You can maybe record a personal message and send it in your newsletter. Just make sure there's some incentive for signing up for your newsletter. The next piece of advice I would give is keep it simple. I know there's so much information that you just want to tell your audience, but we want to keep it simple. And my tip for this one would be don't over design. There can be, remember, it could come in as an email. Think of you as a receiver of this information. Do you want to overload of all this information? Oh my gosh, I'm going to hit the unsubscribe button really fast because there's too much. So don't over design, clear text. We got it. Make sure the information is there more than just, oh, fancy icons. We want to make sure that message is clear. And the trick I would say to keep it simple is maybe write it like you're messaging a friend. Maybe not as informal, but I'm not messaging my friends, hello, good morning. I am on this website and you can check me out here. And did you know that there was, I don't talk like that to my friends. So you don't have to be as informal as if you were talking to a friend. But my trick would be, hey, guess what? New release coming out. Mark your calendars. You know, something fun, clear, simple. So hopefully that helps you out here. Okay, we're moving on for building our newsletter. Because remember, the first tip I gave was start early. So if you haven't started yet, after this video, you're going to start. And I'm so excited for you because we already know that you're going to start now. You're not going to wait till you're ready. We're going to make signing up worth it because we're going to offer a benefit and we're going to promote that benefit. And then once we're actually designing our newsletter, we're going to keep it simple. And the next tip that I'm going to give you is to be consistent. So maybe pick a day of the week that works for you. So my tip would be pick a realistic schedule. Maybe it's monthly, bi-weekly, quarterly, whatever fits your schedule. Make sure we stick to it and we're consistent. And then the trick for this is make sure that schedule also aligns with your personal daily routine. So for me, I do a monthly newsletter that works for me. I'm not scrambling to try to get it done. It's not a cadence that I can't maintain, but it's also not too long because I can't do once a year. So much stuff happens in a year. So I do once a month, and I also release mine on the weekends because I write on the side. So I have a full-time job. So my Monday through Fridays are pretty busy. So I picked a routine for my newsletter that works for me. So I suggest you do the same. That'd be really hard. Hey, my newsletter goes out Wednesday at 1 p.m. every week. That'd be so hard for me just having a job. Wednesdays are busy and I could not keep a weekly cadence. So make sure it's a cadence that fits your reader, but also fits your schedule as well. So now we have our schedule, we have our simple design, we're starting it now, we have a benefit. Next, we're going to promote it constantly. We have to let people know there's a newsletter, even if it's easy to find in your bio. We have to let people know it's there. So my tip for this one is mention it in your content. And I'll be the example, hey guys, guess what? In my description, in the link tree in this video, there's my newsletter. You can click it and sign up. There we go. I just exemplified it for you. That's the tip. Make sure you mention it in your content. And the trick would be to use casual reminders. Maybe it's you're posting a TikTok and it's in the caption. Maybe you're posting an Instagram story and you link it. So we don't necessarily have to be like, here's the link, point, subscribe right here. I mean, maybe your audience resonates with that, but we're just going to promote it constantly. So it is easy to find, but just because it's easy to find doesn't mean people are going to find it. We have to mention it. So that's the tip and trick for that one. I know I've thrown a lot at you, but we're going to wrap it up here. I have a few more tips and tricks to give you, and then you can resonate on this video, think about it, and then start your newsletter because we're going to start today. And also, hey guys, I have a newsletter. I always forget to mention it, even though one of my tips was to mention I have a newsletter. So I have a newsletter. I need to start practicing that. Okay, so my next piece of advice would be to learn what works. So my tip for learning what works is to check your open rates, click rates. Remember, I use MailChimp, so it'll give you stats on your newsletter, see how many opened it. You can even put links and how many people clicked it. And then my trick for this one would be, once we learn what's being clicked on, what newsletter is doing well, is to reuse that winning content. So maybe I posted a newsletter about my personal self. I'm giving readers an author insight about my personal life outside of writing. And maybe that got no clicks. Maybe people, I don't care that you did this in college, whatever. And then I do a newsletter about my upcoming release and it gets so many clicks. So now from those stats, I can tell my audience wants to know more about my book, not more about me. So that was totally an example. My audience loves to learn about me. Thank you if you are a newsletter subscriber. I appreciate you. So that was just an example, but it's a little insight of learning what works so that we can keep doing that. Because we can't just put newsletters out there blindly. You got to see what works. But if you're just starting, we're going to try a bunch of stuff and see what works. So that's a piece of advice. My next one I'm going to give you, again, we're wrapping up. So if your page that you're taking notes on is almost full, don't worry. I only have a couple more left. The next one is balancing value and promotion. And my tip for doing this is don't make every newsletter salesy. Not every newsletter is buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. And the trick is that you can allude to buying your book without saying the actual words, buy my book. So maybe you offer a bonus scene about one of your books. You're not saying, hey, buy this now, but if you gave me a bonus scene, now I want to read the book because I have a bonus scene from it. So it's just fun ways where you can promote yourself and your book and your brand without literally being like, hey, buy this, because that would be very boring for your newsletter subscribers. They're going to be asking, why am I even subscribed to you? You're not offering me anything new. It's just a salesy buy, and then they're going to unsubscribe. So make sure our newsletter content, although it's simple and it's fun, we're not just saying every single time, buy my book. And if you want any examples of newsletter options, you can subscribe to my newsletter and see what I put out. I am still learning this journey as well, so not everything I do is going to be perfect, but if you just want a general idea, feel free. Again, it's in the description of this video. So that casual mention there, I am getting so much better at this. Okay, the last thing I will give you is treat your email list like an asset. And the tip for this would be take your list seriously. I know this is a fun video, and maybe you're thinking, oh, in the future, I'll do a newsletter. Oh, or you're going to start one. It's like, oh, this is just nice to have. No, this is important because, again, we know social media can go down, or maybe personally your followers are just on their journey where they're not checking social media. So we want another way to reach them. So make sure, that's my tip for you, make sure you take your list seriously. And the trick of taking your list seriously is to build it constantly. Even in slow seasons, we're still building our newsletter. Trust me, your future self will thank you. When you get tired of social media too, or your followers do, social media fatigue is real. You have another way to reach them, and you're going to thank yourself because you slowly built it up. So I know that was a lot, but I gave you a lot of tips, tricks, and hopefully confidence as well to build a newsletter, because I'm so excited for you to start it. It's going to be awesome. So thank you guys for tuning in to this awesome video. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And of course, have to mention, I have a newsletter. I'm just kidding, but I do. I'm also a self-published author. I have a website. I'll put it in the description. Every order truly means the entire world to me because I write them, I publish them. They're like my little children. So if you have ordered, will order, or thinking about ordering, thank you so much. I'm going to keep putting out my books, more books. So thank you. You also can get bookmarks and stickers on there. It's a whole thing. So fun. And if you are also an author, feel free to also check out my description because I have a PO box there. Send me your book. In future videos, I want to highlight other authors who have sent me their book just to give back to the book community because they've done so much for me. And you readers out there, this channel is for you too. Send me your favorite book because if you like it, it must be awesome and I want to check it out. So thank you guys for spending some of your day with me. I really appreciate it. So like, comment, subscribe if you like what's going on here so I can keep going. So happy reading, and I'll see you next time.